My face is like right up on it.
So I'll say
You have
indeed.
just an eyeball.
I'll say indeed and greetings. Is that better?
Mm-hmm.
Unto you, beloved and holy friends. What a dear pleasure it is to have you here today again. We are on the road today. We are heading through to Groblersdal to go and see my parents and also to return home to Shoujovan, where all of this started, in so many words. We are feeling a little bit sleepy today. The last few days have been very busy. We've been moving about. We've been meeting a bunch of people. We met. We didn't meet that many. We didn't meet that many people the first 2 days. Then the second 2 days, there was a bunch of people to talk to. Then it was Johan and Christian to talk to. Today we had like a quiet day going to a nature reserve. We went through to Cradle of Humanity. We had something to eat. We fed a giraffe pellets. After we fed a giraffe pellets, we went and explored a cave. Like one of the, I think the third or something like that, biggest cave in the world. I think second biggest cave.
Did they say in the world?
Yeah, in the world.
Really?
Might be in South Africa. Maybe it's South
It was in
Africa.
South Africa. It was the only live cave.
Yes, you're right.
It's
Yeah,
the
like
stalactites. The
the
stalagmites are still growing.
It was. Is that Lane? I think I just saw Lane. You scroll.
I know. I'm not used to this.
There we go.
Happy birthday, Lane! It's Lane's birthday.
The giraffe video were great.
Oh,
Lane
oh
saw
yeah, I
them
sent
on
them
your
too.
Snapchat. Nice. Hey Lane, it's nice seeing you, bro.
Happy birthday, dude.
We have Duck Dad saying, "I'll rest you." Good thing, Christian, don't steal Joe, that pesky Bulgarian. Yeah, good thing. At least. But it was fun. It was quite a spectacle being in there. You know, like, it was quite surreal to me going down into a cave. Like, you go basically down a bunch of stairs, and then you go down an elevator into the actual cave. And as Jovan said, there's a bunch of stalagmites and stalactites. And we got told how old that cave has to be for those things to be as they are.
Was it 700 years for 1 centimeter of growth? Is that right?
That's
Or 100 years?
100 years for a centimeter of growth.
On a stalactite?
It's like insane amounts of time that it took for that stuff to be exactly as it is. And then there is this experience of feeling, at least in my mind, you know, like yesterday, we spent some time looking at crystals and stuff. And there was this real sense of like awe in my mind, at the very least, with how long it had to take. Back again. Then you can like hold onto a crystal, and you can see the millions of years of progress that it took for that thing to be exactly as it is. And then today, you know, like literally a day after, for us to see the stalactites and stalagmites, it was even more jarring, to say it in so many words. Like it really kind of sat with me how old this planet is and how young I am. And then after that, we came out of the cave. We went and looked at some other animals. We saw some white lions. We saw some cheetahs. We saw some wild dogs. We saw impalas and springboks.
A meerkat?
We saw a meerkat. We saw some witborstkraaien, some type of crow. We saw wildebeests and buffaloes and zebras. The giraffe we mentioned. We saw some ostriches.
Lions.
We saw the lions.
Critters.
There must be more. We saw a bunch of like ducks and we saw some interesting birds even. That bird with the mohawk. Remember that one?
The woodpecker?
The woodpecker too.
Oh, the
but
one
I'm
with
thinking the fluffies. Yeah. It was a fun day.
Good times.
But in that way, feeling like we did spend today almost like resting. It was a very calm one. Thank you. Happy birthday again, Lane. Wanna blow your mind real quick? And then we have a new friend. Melty, been ages since I've seen you in stream. Is Pineapple cute? Yes, Zebra. Since I've seen a stream of yours. As in, you haven't been tuning in? Or you've not been able to find any?
It's been ages since they've seen a stream of yours, so they've tuned in and they... Oh, I see what you're asking.
Yeah, the police. The police is trying to mess people's days up.
Hello, police.
It's nice having you here again, bro. Sending you love. We have Duck Dad saying Joe lives close. You wanna read for me, man?
I live close to the largest cave in the USA. I'm not sure which one it is. What is it? Ringo Cave, maybe?
Giovanni
Let me-
did tell me that she lives, like I asked, when we were in the cave, if she's been in a cave before. And she did mention
Like,
to
yeah.
me that she does have a bunch of caves in her road. Yeah.
Am I zooming? Oh no. I don't. I'm messing up.
That's okay.
All right. Yeah. I live by a lot of caves. There's a huge caving system around there. Squire Boone Caverns. You can, the mega caves. Yeah, there's a place about an hour away from me where you can like take a canoe and it lights up and a river runs through the cave and you ride through the cave in a river.
That sounds very
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, that's pretty rad.
100%.
So this is what's gonna blow your mind. Lane was 17, 18 when Melt started streaming on Reddit. And he's 21
now.
Happy 20 with 21. Nate's, that's
You're
right.
not 23 yet, bro, so you still got 2 years of people loving you.
Says Blink-182.
Exactly. Love you, bro.
Hey, Mojo.
Congratulations, Lane.
Lane 21 on my 21st birthday. Duck's dad says someone dared me to punch a hole in the bar's bathroom wall. I did it, but don't be Duck Dad. His poor knuckles.
Yeah, that sounds like it hurts.
Good morning, Kristen. She says, good morning, you amazing humanimals. Wishing you the very best day, full of love and light. Mammoth Cave, he said. Okay. Mammoth Cave, Kentucky is the biggest one. Yeah, Mammoth Cave. I think I've been there on a field trip once. But yeah, Indiana, down there in that little rocky place.
My mind is mildly unsure
If you're going the right
that
way.
I'm supposed to go this way. But I've committed now. Let's see if my commitment is gonna pan out. You can search on Google Maps Groblersdal. This does kind of feel like the right road.
Hoblers.
G Groblers.
Oh.
GR. Groblers.
First try.
There we go.
Cool.
Oh, yeah, I did actually make a oopsie doopsie. Thank you, Joe, for the GPS. Now I'm gonna have to pay toll.
Oh no.
These guys. Oh wait, bro. Make one mistake, pay monies, dude. How about you pay us some of your money, bro? Fine.
Oops.
That's fine.
I had a friend who, I don't know if I told you this story,
Uh-huh.
but I had a friend who was going to see a band called
Hello.
Tesla driving up through Michigan. She was going to see them in Michigan, and then there's Kentucky, right above, Kentucky, Canada, right above it. And if you get on the interstate, you can't turn around. Like once you hit a certain spot, it just drives you through Canada. So she's trying to go to this concert, and she accidentally goes over the border into Canada. Doesn't have a visa, doesn't have anything. She's got her friend in her car. Detained at the border because the friends are like, you're trying to sneak out of your country and steal this friend.
Gets detained for
Like, what
making
do
a
you-
mistake. Maybe, actually, take my money. This is better. I'll have a chill birthday. No punching holes in the walls. Yeah, good, bro. Lane has turned 21. Lane, to give you some context, I started doing this. Did I start doing this? No. I came back from China after turning 21. I turned 22 doing what we're doing right now, so...
Really?
Yeah, I was 21 when I started. I turned 22 the year of
Hmm.
me being busy with it.
Man, that seems like a long time.
It does. I'm 26 now.
Lane's gonna have a Taylor Swift birthday next year. He's gonna have a Taylor Swift birthday cake.
Is 22 a Taylor Swift number?
Yeah, I don't know about you. Right now.
Oh. My man at 22s. Goop, doop, 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 doop.
I wonder if your comments are working.
Sometimes they're not. Sometimes you can click that button, and then you can click that button, and then...
Oh, they weren't. Oh, they are. Yeah, Kristen loves Tesla. Nice.
Tesla as in...
Nicole,
Oh, the band, maybe you're talking about, yeah.
They're a fun band.
Because like when I hear Tesla, I'm like this, either the car brand or there is the ancient genius, or there is now, since Joe has introduced me to them, to the Tesla band as well.
They've been playing music for like 35 years as that band, under that band's name.
So they were Tesla first. Now, I have been feeling like I am ready to rest a little bit more.
Taco ingredients, man. Sam, I meant to go. Did I say that out loud to you guys already? That I meant to go get some taco seasoning and like put it in my suitcase so I can like make tacos. I'm gonna have to find some chili powder. Their ketchup here is better than ours.
Yeah.
It's different. That was another thing. Like the seasonings are different. The ketchup was a side thought that just slipped in there somehow.
The ketchup is nice. Like this I agree with. And we can still, I'm thinking maybe even for the weekend that's coming, we can go and get some taco ingredients maybe.
I wonder if you've got the stuff here. Like the seasonings and things.
We potentially will. At the very least you can search online, you know, what seasonings you can use. There we go. I just took one turn too early.
Oops.
This is fine. I know it now. Don't have to use more of your phone batteries. You can also, if you want to, show our friends our space where we're driving right now.
The other side.
You can hit that button. And then we can also feel less awkward having our faces on camera. Yay.
Is my awkward
I feel awkward right now.
Really?
Yeah, because I'm like, usually I'm looking at the camera or I can read the comments, and now it's like I'm
looking at the road.
Like I'm looking at the road and trying not to die.
And avoiding eye contact with all of your friends.
Exactly.
Sam says, I could see irritation on Melt's face when I mentioned the forbidden topic. Food. So, Joe, who do you think would experience more culture shock? You visiting SA or Melt visiting the US? I think me visiting here, because I think that I'm a little bit more self-conscious than he is. He just kind of bit-bops around. He's like, yeah, I'm going to invade this space. And I'm like, can you go over there? You're like, I don't know. I'm like, that's somebody's place, isn't it? He's like, I don't know. I'm like, this makes me nervous.
I'm going to go and look. If somebody tells me I can't, I'll be like, I'm so sorry. And I'll turn around.
Yeah. So he's going to make himself probably really comfortable.
I'm looking forward to it. We've been talking about me coming to America a lot. It feels like it's what needs to happen. Need to experience that fractal for myself.
Great question, Mojo, says Shadow. A girl that travels across the freaking world and makes you tacos. Melt, you won the lottery. Whoa.
I've won the lottery in many more ways than just tacos, dear Sam.
Good check, Kristen says. Get on the right side of the road.
I'm on the left side of the road, actually. Probably get die, you know, if I try.
Haven't been keeping up with streams recently, says Lane. But Melt, if you do come to US, please let me know. We gotta connect. Lane lives about probably, let's see, well, it'd be like an 8-hour drive. It'd be like a day trip or something like that. Well, that's more than a day trip.
Just a day trip? Wow.
That's more than a day trip. What's going on with this guy?
He's making space, I think, because he's not Fiest.
Oh, because he's Fro? Ooh, green road sign.
This is not a... There we go.
Oh, you're live again.
We might have bad signal in this area. So if we suddenly disappear, know that it's because we don't have signal. And we will see you again.
Nancy says, the US is different countries. Yeah, I was surprised that the stop signs in Italy say stop. Oh, yeah, huh. The signs, I noticed that the road signage was a little bit different than the US too. Like we have road signs on every corner. And here it's just kind of like, there's a road. That's a road now.
Yeah, like there's like also like nothing other than just road.
Hello, road. I'm feeling called out. I have for sure done 8-hour day trips.
Yeah.
8 hours?
To
When do
me,
you sleep?
like we're driving like 2.5 hours today to my mom's place and my parents' place, and that even feels like too much of a travel for me. 8 hours and on the road seems excruciating.
I would drive actually down to St. Louis from my like 6 hours from my house.
Regularly?
In 2008, I went to like a concert every
month.
year, every month.
Yeah.
And a couple times we went down to St. Louis, which was 6 hours. We drove 6 hours to go to the concert, hung out at the concert, met the band. I think it was the Used that I met that time. Drove 6 hours back home, had to get on the school bus within 10 minutes of me getting home.
Oh my goodness.
Went to school in the clothes that I wore to the concert.
then you slept in class?
Oh my gosh. No, I don't know. I don't remember that day. Probably because I didn't sleep well.
Today's stream topic is about being a little bit more sleepy and allowing yourself rest.
Let's see. No signal. We call that cannibal country. Where people eat people.
Yeah, totally.
That's what happens when you don't have signal.
As soon as you don't have internet, you start
You just
to
get
people.
really
That's
hungry
how
for
it
human
works.
beings.
Yeah, of course. Didn't we just talk about not talking about food?
And Chicago is in the middle of the United States. Like, I got a big enough yard and plenty of tents. So if you get there early, you can sleep in the greenhouse. He says.
Sleeping in the greenhouse is like a vibe.
Nancy says, I've done a 10-hour road trip from Oregon to Bay Area, California. Ooh, man, is it like Oregon to California? You drive through, can't remember what state.
I would love to help, but I'm super bad at the American states. Like I think I know Indiana, I know like Ohio and Texas and New York.
Florida, Kansas,
Mississippi.
a lot to choose from.
That's a lot to remember.
Hawaii? Joy Beef says, road trips are an integral part of our culture. They really are. There's so much road trips in the United States. You get over there, you'll have to be used to the seated position.
Maybe we'll have self-driving cars or something like that.
Chicago is the best, Lane says. I miss it. I want to visit Chicago and Detroit, says Nancy. Detroit?
Are you good?
Rock City?
But you can't have shit in Detroit, right?
What?
Is that not the joke? Can't have shit in Detroit. Like I've seen so many memes of like something that unfortunate happened, right? Like your house got burnt down, or a guy that's like walking around naked.
That's kind of what I was thinking. I mean, that's the image that I had of Detroit, but I wasn't gonna throw shade. Oh goodness, I like Chicago more than Detroit, but that's because I have all the time, says Lane. Oh, I bet driving in Detroit's bad. Just like stop and go.
Are the roads good? Like I heard that Detroit's infrastructure was the thing that was suffering for.
I've never been there.
Do you get like a lot of potholes in America?
Yeah, definitely do especially in the Midwest, because like what causes it is water, and then it'll freeze.
And then it expands, and then it creates cracks and stuff.
But we got a lot of trucks and stuff. I mean, it depends on the town, really. Some towns are really run down, and some towns are really upkept. It's taxpayer money kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Okay, live again. So that means Duck Dad had to drive 5 hours in a day and then put 8 hours of work sandwiched in between it.
That sounds like a bad time.
Gross, man. Not good. Glad you're not doing that
This
anymore.
is the third set of police we've seen on the road today. They probably have a quota. Oh, it's end of month or start of month.
They're trying to get their quota now.
Yeah.
All right. So that's why it takes so long. Okay, Oregon is above California. I would like to see Oregon, like the West Coast. I've never been to the West Coast. Detroit traffic gives Lane anxiety Traffic in general gives me anxiety.
Makes me feel like I have to be more alert than I want to be, and then that alertness usually translates as irritation at the same time, where I'm like, I don't want to be here.
I drive through California. Oh wait, you drive through California to get to Oregon. You just keep heading north. Get to California, or
If I had to go to California, I'd probably put it on the GPS, be like, show me the way, please. Like, we had this conversation with Sharon actually 2 days ago about how she's a 72-year-old lady, you know, and like the previous times that she was driving in Cape Town, she was literally in her 40s or something like that, which is before the cell phone era, before
she
GPS.
hadn't driven in 30 years.
Yeah, like this is her first time driving, you know, like I don't know what she means, like maybe first time in a long time or something, but and then she was using, you know, Google Maps or Waze, Google Maps or alternative, and like
She felt like a new woman.
yeah, she felt like a new woman. Like the way she was so excited about being able to take herself places and not get lost, know where you're going and actually get there. To me to hear like an older person talk about it from that perspective, because for us it's just a norm. Like
Yeah, you don't really know what it's like without.
literally, I've never in my life used like a map.
Never got the paper. You never used MapQuest.
Never,
What?
never in my
Yeah, why
life.
would you use MapQuest?
I don't know what
It
MapQuest
wasn't-
is here.
Yeah, a website. It was pre Google Maps, but you used to print it out, and it would like
Yeah.
you would have
Instructions.
all the instructions to get there. My mom kept an atlas in her car. Like that was one of the things that people always kept in cars. Like whenever I
Just
was
to
a
make
kid.
sure.
Yeah.
Wild how big this world is.
All right. Duck. I thought my 1.5 hours was bad, dude. I'm so glad you're not doing that anymore. Yeah. Also, spending that much time on the road statistically isn't safe.
Yeah, like every second you spend on the road technically is a risk.
Oh, Joy Beef says there's self-driving cars all over San Francisco.
It's true. What I mean is like if I'm going to be driving for 8 hours, I would like to not be out to driving for 8 hours.
Right, right. Duck Dad went to Joe went to school smelling like Burt McCracken. That's wild. We had so many bands coming through Chicago. I never really traveled far to see anything. I traveled to Chicago actually to see some bands. The Academy is Cobra Starship. That was one of them that I actually went to see that year in 2008. Yeah, I wasn't.
Cobra Starship.
Cobra Starship.
It's a pretty cool name.
Yeah, they were goofy. Detroit is my favorite city. Been there a few times, says Joy Vive. Joy Vive's gonna come to the Midwest. See, all of her favorite places are in the Midwest. Detroit is okay in some parts, and not so okay in other parts. Lane most likely everywhere. I'm usually there to play shows and figure out parking for random venues as well as construction. In Detroit. We're talking about Detroit.
Lane is living in Detroit, or
He's doing shows. Lane's been like playing music and like
Okay.
really. Have you kept up with him?
Lane hasn't been in my streams, so I haven't been able to ask him any questions, unfortunately.
Yeah, he's been rocking out.
Nice. That's super cool. Like he has been, you know, showing up with that fractal for a long time, so I'm proud of you, bro.
Happy birthday, Lane.
Double, yeah, I was literally thinking like double happy birthday to you, man.
The best memories I ever had were road trips with my buddies. The window time is part of the thrill. And then you could stop and see the biggest ball of twine in Minnesota. What a tourist attraction. Like, come to Minnesota, you can see the biggest ball of yarn.
You'll be flabbergasted.
Sorry, not yarn. In my head, I totally had a yarn ball. I'm like, okay.
Is there
Why
a
though?
difference between
Weird
yarn
flex.
and twine?
Yeah, kind of. Yarn's like softer. It's like cottony. Twine is kind of like you can use it for
Like a rope with
more
a
outdoorsy things.
checks
Right?
up.
I don't know.
A large ball of twine. For me, what I think when I hear stuff like that is like, what beseeched a person, you know, to be like, you know what, I'm gonna make the largest ball of twine. How much did it cost that?
Oh goodness. I did a West Coast trip with my mom and aunt when I was little, says Kristen. We flew out and then drove up the coast. It was such a great memory. The coast. Where at? I read it, but I didn't read it. Now I gotta reread it again.
Happens to me too sometimes.
The coast. There's a road that you can drive from like Georgia. I think Georgia. Those the state above Florida. Yeah, that's Georgia. All the way down to the bottom of Florida, pretty much. I think it's like A1 or A2 or something. Either way, you could drive along the ocean the whole time. You're just like driving down the ocean. See the sunrise.
I haven't seen the ocean in so long.
I just saw the ocean. I drove over it.
You're true.
In the sky.
You literally saw it from below. Well, from above.
Yeah, it was
looking
weird.
Down below.
It was so weird.
Getting the bird's eye view, right?
Lane, I didn't know you lived in Chicago before. Whereabouts? Says Doug. I enjoyed the Oregon Ghost. Hello, meow owl. Seating.
Hey, Hoopy.
I enjoyed the Oregon coast, seeing MG seals, river jet boat rides, canoeing up and down estuaries, lots of hard hiking. Meow Owl's seen things. Meow Owl's got perspective.
I think Maula is one of those, like just thinking about him, he has this like aura of enigma and mystery. He also used to be in the Arpan days. I don't know if you remember him.
I remember. He used to stream, right? Yeah. Never seen a pothole until you've seen Chicago potholes. Some of them are so big. They have names. The locals have named them. That's funny. I wonder if we can turn them into a Pokestop.
I don't know.
I can't read map. Oregon is absolutely stunning. If I could pick one state to be in, that would be the one. I heard that it was like up there on the list of good places to live. Oregon and Connecticut. MapQuest stranded us one time up in Iowa after dark. No signal, no lights. We thought we were going to die in the night because slight right apparently means full 90, turn right, otherwise your ass is lost. I love the way she words things.
I feel kind of lost right now. I am not like tired to the point of like my eyes are gonna get shut, but I'm tired to the point of like almost wanting to sit and just concentrate on being.
Yeah.
Yeah, relatable.
We've been like kind of baking in the sun.
That's
and we're sober.
Yeah, actually we haven't even shared that part. We're doing Sober October.
Yeah.
It has been, I mean, it's been one day. It has been so hard. I wasn't going to say that. I was going to say, like, it has been different.
It's been okay, but I'm, like, absolutely overstimulated by everything that's going on around me.
And that definitely is happening.
Oh, Joy V's going to, let's see, nope, I skipped some comments. My grandmother lived to be 88. She drove a handful of times in her entire life and said it wasn't for her. Huh. Yeah, some people don't drive, like, some people just have a, like...
Not for them,
yeah.
Like, I mean, John and Max also don't drive.
I think it's different here. There's quite a few people that don't drive here. You kind of, like, have to, not have to drive, but, like, you're severely disadvantaged if you can't drive in the U.S.
Here, I mean, here too.
Yeah,
like, those guys, I'm the one that has to drive them places.
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of how it is.
Hmm.
So they are disadvantaging themselves as well. But it is a matter, like, I don't know if it's a laziness thing or maybe just a discomfort with the idea of, like, getting around a vehicle and, like, the stress that is associated with that.
Mm-hmm. Well, Lane says, I'm sorry, Melt, I've been so busy. He's been busy making music.
No, bro, you don't have to apologize, man. I just didn't know, and I would have loved to. Like, you would love, bro. I'm happy that you're doing well, man.
Joy V will be in the Midwest this month, going to Minneapolis for her birthday later to see her bestie. That was the bestie you went and visited last time. What, last year? Was it last year?
I think so, yeah.
This is my first chill week, and it took me flying to Florida It's so open there, yeah.
Who's
Look at
in
all
that?
this. Lane's in Florida.
Ah, nice.
Woo! On the left side of the road too. Hello, neon is the loneliest color.
Neon. It's been a while since seeing you, friend. Welcome.
Is this a trip in America? No, this is a trip in South Africa. Put my name in this morning to enter a lottery and get picked to buy tickets to see Oasis. Oh man, Nancy, that would be so awesome. I hope you can see him. I got to see not Oasis, but Neil Gallagher, and he played some Oasis songs, so kind of like half of Oasis. Oh, the Duck saw the Academy is at the Warped Tour free stage. What? With no one watching in 2002, Duck? That's so cool. I bet they were like little babies. I didn't know they were playing music in 2002. That's crazy. Warped Tour in 2002, dude. Right on. I'm guessing the cost of tickets. I'm guessing the cost of the tickets, if my name does get picked, means I won't go anyways, says Nancy. Oh, you have to like, it's a lottery to buy the tickets or a lottery
That is very
to...
interesting. Maybe there's like a limited edition or like front row seats or
Maybe it is Oasis, so like I could see them
something.
having to take a lottery because they have scalpers. People will like, you know,
Buy tickets just to resell them for a higher price.
pretty much, yeah. This road reminds me of Highway 5. It's flat and boringness. No offense intended, says Nancy.
Yeah, see, I'm taking so much offense that you've dared to insult these roads. You
We
know,
saw some hills.
Yeah, we
and
did
stuff.
have some hills, and we'll have some hilliness a little bit later as well. But this is like literally called the Platteland. You know, it's literally flat. Just
The Platteland.
plat means flat.
Yeah. The Platteland. Since we're talking about states, gotta mention how flooding has completely devastated the western part of North Carolina. Yikes. I got weather notifications on my phone from it this morning. I was like, I'm not there, but something's going on crazy.
I was jokingly saying like,
Get
remember
an
your
umbrella.
umbrella. Yeah, and I didn't know that there was rain actually. I just
Huh. Well, sorry, Mojo, says Nancy too.
is Mojo here too?
Yeah, that was Mojo that was saying her state.
Oh,
Yeah.
love you, friend.
I was supposed to be there this week to camp and see some bands, but it's all underwater, man, so it's really bad. Yikes. Lottery to buy tickets. Yeah, that makes sense. Because it's Oasis. I mean, everybody knows Oasis. That would make sense. I wonder, are the brothers getting back together to actually play an Oasis show like Neil and Joel Gallagher? Because that would be a big deal. Depends on where you live here, whether you're disadvantaged by not driving. I get around by using Lyft and Uber, but I live in a major city, not in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, like the way I see it, like the little car that we're driving, you know, normally, the Honda Jazz, that car was $1,000 basically, all right? And that car has driven us 6,000 kilometers. And if you do the math of Uber, driving 6,000 kilometers will cost you like 6 times as much. So yeah, I guess it depends.
Yikes.
You know, like you mentioned to me that you have a friend that like only buys beaters, you know, and then drives them until the wheels fall off, essentially.
Pretty much. He saves money doing it,
Yeah,
I
I
think.
can imagine. A lot,
Maybe.
probably.
I mean, it depends because he's gotta take his cars in and get them fixed more often, right?
True.
But it depends. I don't know. Whatever works for you. The Academy was formed in 2003. I don't know if I believe that, as I'm pretty sure I wasn't at Warped Tour in 2003. Maybe you saw them before they like released an album or something. That's possible. Maybe because it was a free stage, you said. So you could have. I mean, I'm sure you saw them in 2002. Stay safe, Mojo. This road is so vibes of driving through Iowa on I-80. Just straight, flat, no shade. Mojo, I've seen the photos. Sorry to hear that. What a wild storm. Yeah, I haven't seen anything about it yet. I'll have to take a look. Yikes. Oh, not yikes. And she says, Joe, yes. It's, oh, wow. Neil and Liam of the band Oasis did get back together. They were brothers in the band. And, like, Oasis sings that Wonderwall song. You know them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they had been broken up forever, and they hadn't been able to play, like, they've been, like, fighting or whatever. One of them's, I don't know. Either way.
His blood.
They've been fighting, but now they're back together, apparently. Joy says, it's very expensive to have a car here. The roads are shit, so you're constantly in danger from all the potholes and cracks. Cats get stolen, and a lot of people break into cars for fun, whether you have anything visible to steal in there or not. In where you're at? Cats? Oh,
These probably cars. I also was like,
people are stealing
people
cats.
are stealing the cats.
Why?
don't leave your cats in your car. And they keep stealing your cats. Stop leaving them in your car.
That's wild. And I don't know. I live in such a small town. And this is a bad habit. I'll get better at it. But I have a problem with not locking things. Like some places you can't get by without locking stuff. You like have to lock it. People can, need stuff, I guess. But
it is, in my mind, something that I hope to reach in our society, like a certain level of trust, where we don't have to worry about that stuff. Like where everybody has enough that you don't feel like you have to lock your door, because like, why would someone come into my door? They have the door of their own. Why would they take my phone? They have a phone of their own.
It feels like we're all going to be in the crosshairs for an extreme global warming induced weather event at some point. The weather has been weird. It's been really cold here. Like
strange.
Here where I'm in South Africa, I expected it to be a little bit warmer.
It's 22 degrees Celsius right now, which is also cold for this time of day.
Wild. All right. Oasis also supports Manchester City, so they can get funked. I don't know what Manchester City is. I'm uncultured.
I think Manchester might be soccer.
Manchester?
Isn't Manchester a soccer?
It's a place.
How do you support Manchester City?
Anything visible to steal there or not? Steal in there or not? In the car? No.
Oh, there's a bunch of things visible to steal, yeah.
Not visible. Your shirts, I guess.
Like if they had to look through the back of the window in the same way they looked in the back of the window last time, there's a bunch of things that they were like, oh, these things can be stolen.
But we're in the car, so.
Yeah, like you would have to be really fast if you want to steal something right now.
A lot of people around here, the people that can have like locked gates and stuff.
Yeah, like every single place we've been has had security.
This guy's selling ices. No, he's
selling
fruit.
Avocados.
Avocados.
That's a fruit, technically.
Yeah.
We do have a pretty big avocado industry here in South Africa as well.
I didn't know that. The Bay Area is very hard on cars. It's not cheap to have one here. It's not cheap to have anything in the Bay Area. Am I right? It's kind of pricey. I'll stop being a Debbie Downer now. You're not being a Debbie Downer, Mojo.
No,
you're asking for prayers, and we're giving you blessings. Love you, friend. Joe, I don't lock my truck at all. I don't even lock my house doors. Yeah, I know. Either does. Yeah. That's in Chicago. Huh. Yeah, I don't either. And I've never had a problem, so I'm gonna go ahead and try to find. Yeah. I'm gonna say knock on wood, but there's nothing in this car. Why would we? I'm just gonna go have to do some double superstition things so I don't like have my car broken into or something. Just kidding. Mojo, you aren't at all complaining about your weather events. I complain about our weather events constantly. Yeah, you do, Duck Dad. He does, doesn't he? It's so hot whenever you're like out there in the tomato patch. Some places it's better not to lock your car door so nobody breaks your window, says Brandon. That's, yeah. That's fair.
Yeah, that's not how it works.
You don't think? Do you think they would still break the window?
Yes, 100%.
Really? They wouldn't just like,
No.
they don't even
Not
waste
even
time?
a chance. Yeah, like there's like security as well. So if you just try and like, you know, pull on a handle, that will like make the
I'll
alarm
let
go
the car
off.
alarm go off. So roll your windows down and keep your car doors open
That's
to let
fun.
them
Yeah, that's the best way to not get your shit stolen.
get your car seats stolen.
Get my fucking car stolen. This is period. Oh yes, the good thing they didn't steal any of my stuff in my car. They just stole the car, you know, put all of my stuff outside.
That's my philosophy, says Duck Dad. Most of the people are kind here, but some people come here to steal, kill, and destroy. What? It has always been that way.
For some, like you're
It's
saying,
nice to
some
think.
people, like as you know, like some sort of concentration. It would be, it's a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of people that actually do that intentionally.
I'm lost again. I heard you're a better person the closer to the North Pole you live.
Well, I live
Well,
all the way
like-
down here at the south of Africa, bro.
It's funny. Manchester United is the team across the street from them, owned by. I won't listen to their music because they like a soccer team, says Duck Dead.
Yeah, you know, out there they support a soccer brand that is supported by the oil sheiks.
Their music's not great. It's okay. I mean, whatever.
Is it the ISIS?
The Academy is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I wouldn't have thought that you would have liked the Academy is anyways. They're kind of like emo punk.
Where are you?
Kind of like that.
No, I'm so sorry.
Not really like that. They're more like teen bop. If you added that to Jonas Brothers.
Oh goodness. Jonas Brothers. That name even like got eviscerated from my brain.
All right. There's an episode of Stargate where some planet had a device that was controlled the weather. Through fuckery, it ended up here on Earth